let's talk about targets. So you're in a self-defense situation, someone has jumped you or they're grabbing you and dragging you somewhere, and you have to defend yourself. What do you aim for? So there's a ton of different weapons in martial arts that you can make out of your body. Knees and elbows, and headbutts, and kicks and punches, and spear hands, and all sorts of things. But what are you aiming for? So this first round of targets are kind of that life and death. You don't know if this person is going to send you to the hospital or kill you if you don't do something about it. So these are the targets to do the most damage as quickly as possible. So the first target to go for is the eyes. So that can be raking attacks or stabbing attacks or splashing something in their face. If you can blind them, it makes it way easier to get away. And in most fights, your primary objective is to get away. Unless you're defending somebody or you can't run, then your goal is to get away. So if I blind them, I can get away. And even if I have to fight because I'm trapped or there's multiple of them or whatever, at least then if I blind them, they can't fight very effectively. Okay, second target is ears. And hitting the ears has several benefits for you, not for them. Several abilities for them. One is hearing, obviously, but also your inner ear is responsible for balance. So if you hit them in the ear hard enough, it can disrupt their balance. It's also where your jawbone connects, so theoretically it can break the jaw. And hitting them in the ear tends to displace their head, which takes them out of line for the next thing you do, whether it's running or throwing something else. So ears are an excellent target. Third target is the occiput, so that's the back of the head, right here, pretty much where the neck connects to the skull. This target is very dangerous. When I was in high school, there was a guy in our school who got hit there at a kegger and slipped into a coma and died from pretty much getting hit there just once. So getting hit back there, extremely dangerous, but again, we're talking about potentially life-threatening situations. So occiput, back of the head. Another target is the throat. So the throat itself is not necessarily a good target on its own, so striking anywhere here, but it's mostly the esophagus and especially the tracheal notch right down here. So right at the soft spot, that's an excellent target to aim for. It's small, but if someone's picking you up or something, sticking some thumbs in there or a few fingers to make them let go, gag a little bit, stop whatever it is they're doing, can be really effective. Theoretically, you can do throat strikes and spear hands and things to ridge knuckle punches to hit it specifically in an attack, but generally, unless you're grappling, it's really hard to hit. But it is a very effective spot to hit. Next target is the groin, and the groin is a pretty obvious target. The advantages are it's pretty debilitating to get hit. You don't have to hit necessarily super hard if you hit it right. And most people, especially men, will reach to defend it. They'll change their guard or let go of you to protect their groin. The downside is, especially guys have learned to protect their groin since they were kids. So if you're going to do it, it has to be when their focus is elsewhere, like they're grabbing you with both hands and flicking back hitting the groin, or you've already thrown a feint up high, something like that. It also has the advantage of it's rarely, unlike these other primary targets, rarely does permanent damage if you hit someone there, so it can end the situation without them having to go to the hospital. The last target is the knee. The knee has several advantages when you hit it. One, it's the closest target to your foot, so I'm going to do a side kick. Their knee is the closest thing I can kick, so I can kick it quickly. It also has the advantage of, especially if they're putting weight on it, it can, if they react quickly, make them fall down or fall backwards to avoid hyperextending their knee. And if they don't do that, it can rip their knee up, and that ends the fight pretty quick. So it makes it very hard for them to chase you or sometimes even stand up with torn ACL, MCL, all that stuff in back.